I'm Sally.
And I'm Alan.
And we're Sal and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
Welcome to episode 28. I can't believe it. Yeah, I wrote it down because I was like, is that right?
I know. And I didn't do my usual file creation before, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so you didn't even have it. Yeah.
Right.
And we're back.
We are?
We took a month off.
Yep.
So we have to remember how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, honestly, that happens every 2 weeks anyway.
Right.
So it's not that.
Yeah, you would think we'd have the intro memorized.
No, every time it's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Sally.
And I'm Alan.
And we already said that. Whatever.
See?
It's fine. You can find us as Wool Slayers Podcast on Instagram and Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers on Facebook. We have a Ravelry Group, Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers. Join us. We have a knit along going for the italic shawl, which we are probably both going to show you in a little bit. What else?
That's it. Those
any
are
more,
all the.
any more housekeeping?
Those
Okay.
are the social places.
Okay. Yes, all the social needs.
Right.
So yeah, we're
Okay.
just here to talk about knitting.
And I actually haven't even seen Sally in a month. Hardly even talked to her other than seeing all her jealous photos of the lake.
I was up north and it was glorious.
Yeah, because we had an inferno.
Yes.
Literally an inferno.
I missed the 110 degree.
Yeah. I've lived here 11 years now, and I've never been through it that hot.
Yeah.
Like,
I've lived in Texas my entire life, and I'll never get used to summer here. I hate it. So that's why I go up north. And I went for an entire month this year, and it was amazing. Lake George in Indiana, and actually it's so far north in Indiana that the lake is cut in. It's not a big lake, but it's cut in half by the Michigan-Indiana state line. So it's pretty far up there. And it was awesome.
And it was like 30 degrees cooler than here.
Sometimes 40. Like the morning that we got in the car, Saturday morning we got in the car at 2:30 to come home, 2:30 a.m. to come home, it was 58 degrees. And when we got to Texas that night,
right,
it was like 104.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. We were like,
Why
did we come back? And like each gas station.
Oh, yeah.
So like we got out, we were like in Illinois, still in Indiana, maybe in Illinois, the first stop, and I was like, it's so nice. It was like 6 a.m. And then like got further and further, like Missouri was like, ooh, it's a little humid. And then like Oklahoma, I was like, why? And then Texas, I was like, I want to go back. Put me on a plane right now. Because we do all the driving in one day, and it was like.
I didn't even think about feeling that progression.
Yes. So like I started the day, with like a sweater, like a cardigan on, and by the end of it, I was like ripping off shirts, and because I had on like two tank tops, and I was like, get it off me. I forgot what this was like. Yeah. So my husband was here though for the inferno, and
he reported
it was bad. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It was bad. So.
But it's broken now. Yay.
Yes.
For now.
I tried to bring the weather back with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not what you're here for.
I know.
Did you have any fails?
No.
That's
no
good.
fails.
Me
I
neither.
know.
I don't
in a
think
whole month.
Yeah.
No fails.
I don't think I do either.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, the biggest fail would probably be like taking 20 skeins of yarn and knitting 3 projects.
Right.
But I knew that was going to happen. I knew I wouldn't actually be able to do it all, but I want to have options. What if I don't feel like casting on that? What if I feel like,
It's a security blanket for me.
It is. It is. And honestly, even Stephanie Pearl McPhee, the yarn harlot, overpacks yarn.
Yeah.
And if she can't be realistic about it, I'm not going to feel bad that I'm not realistic. Like, I mean, I knowingly was like, oh, there's no way.
Right.
I will say, like, I fully intended to get, like, 30 squares of my scrap blanket done.
Right.
I took the whole basket with me that has all my scraps, minis, everything. I didn't knit a single stitch on it.
No. Yeah, that was going to be your
thing.
Yeah, because it was cool and
I
you
didn't want to do it
over you.
I didn't want to do it.
Really? And that's a mindless one also.
I wasn't doing a lot of knitting. And I did a lot of knitting outside next to the water, and I just didn't feel like taking it out there with me. So
yeah, that's a lot to take with you.
But
it's easy to grab a little bag.
I'm super irritated that I like hauled it 1,100 miles and then back, and it got no work done.
Right.
So dumb. But whatever.
Now you know for next year.
That's the closest thing I have to a fail.
Right.
Okay, so what did you slay?
Nothing.
Nothing!
A whole month.
Oh my God.
I didn't slay a thing.
That's crazy.
I
Because
know.
you have some big projects, I guess.
I do, and I do have a hoe. Should I talk about that now or in my whip?
Sure.
Okay, I have a hoe. So, pretty soon after Sally left, I took the boys down to Houston and was staying with my mom, and I decided on Saturday I want to knit something for my friend whose birthday is on Thursday.
Oh, like you do.
Yeah, and we had already talked about because she has Raynaud's, so her hands are cold. And I had made her a few years ago. I made her simple cabled mitts.
Is this someone here in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, lives around the corner.
Okay.
But I had made her simple cabled mitts in red, and she wears them all the time. It's like her security blanket. She takes them with her everywhere. And they were worsted weight. I mean, they were,
That's so funny because my grandmother has Raynaud's, and I made her red cabled fingerless mitts that she loves. Isn't that funny?
I know.
It's a thing, you guys.
It is. I know.
If you have someone with Raynaud's,
make them
red cabled.
Yeah. So, I guess I haven't finished weaving it yet.
I love that even the needle is threaded.
Still there.
That's hilarious.
So,
but that's cute.
So we had talked about what I was like, she's like, I wear them all the time. And I was like, well, let me make you some more so that you can,
rotate them.
Rotate, yeah. And I'm like, what color, and she's like, well, maybe a neutral, like a black or a gray, since she already has red.
Right.
So, so I took my leftovers from the Stranger Things
I was going to say that looks like Stranger Things.
It does, and it would totally go with the Stranger Things.
I love that yarn.
It is so good. It's Knit Pick Stroll.
It does such a good job.
In the black and gray.
I think it was ash and black.
Ash
Not
and
that
black.
matters, but in case y'all want an identical one. I just remember ash for some reason.
Those two colors.
Yes. So great.
So I am looking for the pattern name. The pattern name is, and it's a free pattern. It's Waterhouse by Patricia Clift Martin. And
those are cute.
And it's free, but then she says, like, if you enjoy the pattern, please consider making a donation to Doctors Without Borders. So, and it's just a simple chevron.
It's adorable.
I guess let me take the needle out. And I am so excited with my color work.
Because it fits and...
Because it looks phenomenal. Like, look how even those stitches are. Like, I am just...
Yeah, it looks
so
good.
proud of myself.
So well, especially, it's like, remember those Rochambeau?
Yes, I know.
You're like, do you feel a little bit like, okay, I can do this?
Yes, I'm vindicated. It helped with this. It for sure helps that it's just a graphic pattern and not a picture.
Right.
But I did add some length here, and I'm not sure I'm going to have enough yarn, so I didn't want to add too much because this should be like to here, which barely covers the knuckles. I forgot to plug in the computer. Okay, so during that interlude.
Okay, so we're back.
We're back. So I made this shorter or longer because it would have only covered the knuckles, and I really would like to go longer. Like, I wish I'd realized before I switched to the ribbing, I would have liked to have gone longer with this part. Like, take the chevron up to here and then do the ribbing.
Well.
But I also am not sure I'm going to have enough, I'm playing yarn chicken with this one. So it'll be fine. It covers the hand and wrist. And
it could grow after you block it a little
bit. It could.
Too,
yeah. It feels really good. Like, look how cool this thumb is. How do I get there? I got to take it off.
Hold on.
I can't get at that angle. But look at that checkerboard.
Cute.
With the chevron.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
I like that. I love those.
So let me tell you how I made it happen, because it was Chowgo Shorties to the rescue.
There you go.
I love these needles. Okay, so I made, it's size 2 needles, and I made a short one so that literally I was just knitting around. And that helped so much with my tension.
Because you didn't
Instead
have
of
the
magic
magic
loop.
loop or the DPN.
Exactly. There's no place to ladder because they're just
Right,
going
you're
and
constantly,
going.
yeah.
Right.
That has to help.
Oh, yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
So then the thumb, when you hold the stitches to the side, I took my longest cable and put that as the holder instead of waist arm. And then I made the longest size needles I could so that I could magic loop this.
Just the thumb.
Yes, just the thumb, because I mean,
Right.
nothing
No.
2
Right.
inches.
No. There's no other option besides DPNs.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I like this line. This black line. That looks cool.
Yeah, that might be
I
the
just-
left. Well, you make 2 exactly the same.
I love that little checkerboard thumb.
Yeah.
So cute.
I know, and it's
I
a
would
free
so
pattern.
make those.
Yeah. So, but I can't imagine I could have done this as well if I didn't have the shorties.
Oh yeah, I mean there's like literally no
you
wonky.
can't. It's so beautiful.
Like there's nothing to even block out.
And then
like,
look on the inside. Like look at that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So the right tools for the right project.
That's true. That's true.
So thank you again.
Not always necessary, but it makes a big difference.
Exactly. So so now I'm eager to do the Rochambeau mitts with these.
Oh my gosh.
And I think I can make it work this time.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna vindicate it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Because
Well,
I still want to give them to my friends, and I'm going to see them in September. So really, I should get
kid.
started now.
See that kid walking up the stairs? That would be my kid.
Yeah, they're all upstairs playing. They haven't seen each other since last summer.
That's true.
Yeah. Or Christmas, over Christmas? I don't know.
Something. Yeah.
Anyway,
Christmas
it's been a
break.
long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So, should we remind them again? Hey guys, we're recording.
Do I need to remind you that my kids don't care?
Okay.
This should be the last one with our kids though. They'll be
That's
back
true.
in school.
Because they're back in school for the next.
Okay.
Okay, so that was my
That's your-
only
All right.
finished object, and it's a hoe.
I have 3 sleighs. So these, I think I had finished one before,
Yes.
maybe. Okay. So the drive up to the lake, I finished. Well, I didn't finish it, but I basically did almost this whole second sock. Like that's all I worked on that day. And then I remember finishing the heel at the lake, so I must have gotten the tube done in the car. So they're done. I think I'm gonna give these to my grandmother
Aww.
for her birthday. She's the same one that has Renaud's, and I've been meaning to make her socks. So I think those will go to her. And this was Cascade Heritage Prince, and it's just a sock tube with an afterthought heel. There's no pattern. Cute. I have plenty of yarn left if I want to make another shorty pair. Then this is a new cast on since the last time. I literally just cast it on, finished it in like 3 days up at the lake. It's the Kobuk hat by Caitlin Hunter. She's the same one who does all those
Sunset Highway.
sweaters,
and-
that I'm like also
Yes.
low-key obsessed with, just like everybody else.
I
And
wish
so,
I lived somewhere that I could wear those.
No, I still want one though.
I know.
This is Kobuk, and it is made out of Brooklyn tweed arbor in the hammock color,
Which is the white.
which is white, like a
Wow.
natural, and hedgehog kid silk lace mohair
That is
in bubble.
adorable.
And it's got these super fun nups. And then it's got this, I thought the way the ribbing, I don't know if you can see
yeah,
it.
it
See
carries
that?
up.
It's like little points, almost like a crown, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time I'm making this, I'm like, oh my god, it's so pretty. And then for the first half, I was like, it's so pretty and so soft, like feel it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Then I got like halfway done and I was like, is this gonna look like a little kid hat? Then I finished it and I was like, I don't care.
I know. I think it could be, but I think it is adorable. Oh, wow.
It fits really good.
It looks great. Is it twisted rib?
Yes, and I actually did the twisted rib.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, mm-mm.
It makes a difference.
But it does. In this one, it needed it.
Yeah, in order to get it to carry up through the points. Yeah. Oh, it's adorable. I love it.
So I don't think I'm going to do a pom-pom, but I might. I didn't.
It would be great with a pom-pom.
Yeah, it would. I don't have enough of the Brooklyn tweed. I mean, I was down to like, because it's only a 50 gram skein, and I had like a tiny little ball. I meant to bring it, but I forgot. Like, I was a little nervous.
It's my child this time. What's up? Hi.
And I have tons of the hedgehog lace.
Right.
Oh, get out of here. What are you doing?
Is she
What is I don't know what is happening right now.
I don't know. Oh, she went behind the sofa. I'm like, where? They're thirsty, maybe hungry.
We're cutting this out.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have a ton of the mohair left.
16 days.
Okay, a ton of the mohair left. A tiny little bit of the arbor. So if I did it, like, have you ever seen a pom-pom, made with mohair held together? I just wonder how it would look. But I'm afraid it would be too limp.
Well, but I almost feel like the mohair would be too limp, and it would kind of fall in.
That's what I was picturing.
I don't think it would work well.
So if I do it, I'll either get a fur pom-pom, or I'll just make it with leftover white that I have.
I think you should get a pink faux fur, like
that would be cute.
Bright
like a bright,
pink.
yeah.
Because there's those little blips of pink, and it would just be so cute.
I like it without, but I do love a pom-pom. So we'll see. Like, if I find the perfect one, I'll be like...
But what if you can find one that's a snap, and you can take it
Oh,
all
yeah,
off?
that would be great. That would be perfect.
Then you could be
Good, that gives me something to shop for during the yarn crawl.
Yay!
So I really love it. And the nuts were super fun to make. It wasn't annoying or anything. I really like this has like seed stitch kind of. It's just cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
That's great.
On the camera thingy, majigger. And I did weave this in. It just needs to be cut off. I just wove it in.
And blocked. Will you block it?
I already blocked it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I put a little tiny. So Amelia has like American Girl dolls, and one of them has a beach ball.
Oh.
So it's like this big, and I just put it in to kind of shape
the crown.
And then I go like this for the ribbing, So I just blocked it like that.
Cute.
Just to give it I just like to loosen up the stitch, just relax it. So yeah, that was number 2.
Okay.
And this is the big one. Okay. Oh my God, this took up most of my knitting time, especially I think I got it done like halfway through the trip, and then I did the hat. But this is the Evanescence.
Wow.
It is huge. All right, you hold that in.
Can we even get... I mean, it's the full length of the sofa.
It's longer than the sofa.
It's longer than the sofa.
By like a solid,
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
It's massive.
Is it supposed to be this big?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
gosh.
almost 3 full skeins.
That's true, yeah.
But at the end, I was like, oh my God, these rows.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't realize when it's all scrunched up. I was like, these rows are taking me
How many stitches were on there? Like 400?
I think it was closer to... It was either almost 500 or almost 600.
Oh my goodness.
I think.
That would take an hour to do one row.
We'll put the correct... It was literally taking me 45 minutes, and I was like, why am I so slow? And then I cast off, and I was like, oh.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. But
it's gorgeous.
And then I blocked it.
I love the textures.
I do too. Oh wait, this is the top.
It is going to feel so good.
Yes.
Wearing it.
And so this was in that Yarn Carnival 3 skein set that I won at Hill Country Weavers Retreat in beet, which is so accurate. And I ate so many beets. I ate so many roasted beets up at the lake, and I was like, this is perfect.
Right.
Beet, sugar skull, and winter storm, maybe. And I didn't love that lavender color at first, but I just love it in this. I think it's perfect.
It's great.
So I love this. This is Evanescence by my friend Susie White, Prairie Girl Susie. She's amazing. and I loved it. It was really fun. Like, even though the rows were super long, I never was tired of knitting it. Do you know what I mean? It was like, and even though it's garter and then this lace texture and then this, I don't know what it's called.
The texture in the sugar skull is so cool.
It's like a thermal kind of waffle weave.
But it has some kind of slip stitch on it. Like,
and so like all of the, and I need to trim my, see my ends right there. I wove them in and blocked it, and then I need to trim them. Yeah, so all the sugar skull textures are the same. All the winter storm textures, it's 3 different textures. And it was really like once you got going on the row, you didn't have to look at your pattern. You just maybe had to glance and be like, okay, what am I doing this time? Okay. Right. It was very intuitive and, almost, I don't even try to memorize stuff really, but like, I mean, it's 4 stitches or whatever. You can memorize that, and you just do the same thing the whole way. And it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And luckily your sections get smaller as you go.
Right.
So that was nice. Because your rows are getting longer, but your sections are getting smaller.
And you didn't make any modifications?
Nope. Not a single.
Wow.
Not a single thing.
That is a beautiful pattern.
Thank you. She did a good job.
Yeah. That is great.
So that was the big one.
Right. Wow.
Yep.
That is a sleigh.
Yes. And now, and I love having like one big project that I work on up at the lake, because then I always remember.
Oh, right.
It's been like the Hitofude sweater, my Waiting for Rain shawl, and my seashore cowl from last year are all lake projects. And now this.
And now I have enough. Nice.
So that's all my sleighs.
Okay.
Whips.
Let's crack
what
that
you got.
Whip. Okay.
I've been talking forever. Your
I
turn.
have no FOs because all I have is whips.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, I guess I should take, I still have the hoe of the mitt.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll go oldest to newest.
Sorry, I have like yarn fuzz all over me between the mohair and the.
Right.
Okay.
So I still have my shisui. I have not touched it. If I had knit on that, I would have finished it by now.
Oh,
haven't touched it. I still have my everything sweater and a little bit on it, not a whole lot. So
is. Sorry, I got the fuzz.
Right. That happens.
So how big was it? Like.
So I had the back section, which is maybe this big, and then I started on a strip down the middle.
Cool.
So hopefully I'll have more progress on that and show that next time. Okay, this is my peeping cowl.
Oh, fun!
I've made quite a bit of progress.
Yeah.
So.
And these kinds of cowls are so addictive. So like I understand why you only want to knit on this.
Right.
Oh my gosh, this texture is amazing.
And that was so easy.
Oh, of course, but I love that, the way it looks in the solid.
And then
how fun.
The green has like a cable. There it is.
So fun.
And then the black is a lace. Kind of. I mean, it's hard. Let me see. There we go. If I do one layer.
Oh, is that black?
Well, it's not really. It's a dark purple.
Okay.
With some black and some lighter purple. And
the way we're sitting with the sun,
right.
I was like, let me see it again. Oh, it's really pretty.
I'm on another stripe section.
And so there's a white or
it's gray.
Gray, okay.
So I do another 3, it's 3 colors, 4 repeats. And so I have that, and then I have the gray will have a solid section like this, and then just the ribbing.
Now is this
the
Hohi?
Purple ribbing?
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Interpretations.
I knew it was Hohi or Vera, and it looks like a Hohi.
It's Hohi for sure.
Okay, yeah.
I like it. I love this green color. I'm not loving the purple.
Do you ever go back to the purple?
Yes, it ends with the ribbing, and then there's some like in a stripe section.
I feel like that. If once it's bookended, maybe it won't.
Maybe.
I like it.
I'm thinking about not doing the ribbing in purple on the other end because I don't know.
If you don't like it.
I will see when I get there.
Yeah.
When
I like it. I like how it almost looks like the purple kind of like got darker.
Oh, right. Like melted in and got darker. When I had it just like this before I got into the bigger section of green, which looks yellow right there, I didn't like it.
Mm.
I was like, oh, I don't know about
So
this
it
color.
was like me.
But
I didn't
then
like
got,
this light purple. You know, I was like, but now I like it.
Well, then I got more of this green, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I like it.
I like it. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't like it.
I think I just, this purple. It's the
I
same
know.
with you.
I know.
That. Like,
but at the end, I love it now. If that makes you feel any better.
I love this dark.
Yeah.
And I will say, like.
But I like the different. I like how it's not the same purple.
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
it.
I like the multiple colors, and when I get the gray in there, that'll be nice.
I think it'll be
brighter.
fine.
I think it'll be fine too.
But I know what you mean because I was the same way with this. Yeah.
So I really love it, and
it's so sporty. I love
this. I
stripe.
cranked out.
Yeah.
Like, and the stripes have gone really fast. This one, not so fast. That cable, like, that seemed to take forever.
That's the same cable that was on the back of those socks.
Yes.
I hate it.
Yes.
Because it's so long. It's like is it like 16
yes.
stitches? Or maybe
yours
is
it's 16.
a little small. Okay, yeah.
It is. It's 16 and you move 2.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I did not
It's
enjoy
beautiful,
it.
but I don't enjoy knitting it.
Yes. I did not enjoy knitting it either.
So it's the same one.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's recognizable.
Not at all.
But it's gorgeous.
Right.
You have to be happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks great, and I love it that it was in the green color, and you know, like, and the lace panel is a little, like, it's a little dark to see the lace. I'm hoping when I block it, it'll
probably
show up more. But really, I think, but it's actually, when you think about it, like having the darker color be the lighter material. When you wear it, like, it'll allow
the lighter texture.
Yeah, it won't look. Yes, the lighter
Yeah.
texture. It won't look as heavy, maybe.
Yeah, and like you know, like if you whatever you're wearing
Will
under
show
it will show
through.
through.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
You made a ton of progress on that.
I did, and you know, fingers crossed I'll be finished next time. I'm hoping next time that I'll have lots of FOs because.
Well, that's how it usually works.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll just crank through because also, like, soccer's back in the swing of things, so I have much more time.
That's probably perfect for soccer, something like that.
The stripes.
Stripes.
Yes, and then like even the lace, I did that during a soccer game too because it was such a simple repeat.
Right. That's like this lace, like it was lace, but it's not. You know?
It was like, intuitive. Like I could see what I needed to do, whereas like on another one that I'm gonna show,
not so much.
No, not so much. Like I kept having to go back because I'd be off. Like.
Hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Anyway. Okay, what do you have?
Well, I love that. And I am the same. I am not working on my tail feather sweater. Again, took it with me, didn't touch it.
Right.
So, whatever. So I have 2 whips. Okay. So I only have 2 whips because I had 3 FOs.
And I have 3 whips.
So the first one, I just started this like the day before we left to come home, and then I didn't work on it in the car. So, hi, I'm a tiny sock. So this is in that Sunday Fun Day. It's a mess. Sorry. It's not yarn barf. It's like came undone. Sunday Fun Day from
Lemonade.
Twist.
Oh,
you're right.
Twisted
No,
Owl.
you're right.
Is it Lemonade?
It's Lemonade Shop. Yep. In my head, it was Twisted Owl. But that in my head is often wrong. So thank you because I would have totally said, I would have been like, no, yeah, it's Twisted Owl. It's not. It's Lemonade Shop, Sunday Fun Day. And this is either going to be for me or my neighbor. I'm going to make us both the same little shorties. I'm going to use the Rose City Roller pattern, except I did a ribbed cuff instead of the rolled. So that's all on that. That is literally the cuff and no, not even. I haven't even. It's still ribbing. Like I think I'm just about ready to do plain stockinette for a minute. Like it's so, and then I'll start the heel.
So tiny.
So it's.
I think it's cute. Y'all are gonna have matching socks.
And she doesn't know.
Oh.
Yeah. But we do Sunday Fun Day. We even did it this Sunday. Like I got home from the lake Saturday night. She got home from Amarillo. She'd been staying with her mom for a couple of weeks because she just had surgery. My friend just had surgery on her knee. And so they got home Sunday, and she was like, Sunday Fun Day? I said, yes, it's been so long.
Right.
So, like, it's our thing. We have Sunday Fun Day.
Right.
So we got to have some socks.
Of course. Okay, so my next one is the italic shawl.
Yay! That's my other one, too.
I have to say, I'm loving it.
Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull mine.
Okay, yeah.
Because this is my only other whip.
Okay.
You're further than me, it looks like.
I have, so between this one and this one are 200 stitches.
Oh, okay.
So I'm close. I have.
See, I'm not quite to 200 yet.
So you haven't taken out, you're still increasing in the month.
I'm still increasing.
Okay. And I am past that.
Okay. Because I'm glad, because I meant to look at the pattern, because I'm like, there's no way I'm almost ready for the...
Right. So I feel like mine's really small too.
It's tiny, right?
And I still have a ton of yarn.
Oh yeah, I do too.
So I'm thinking of going larger. I'm going to look at, how many stitches you need for the cable bind off, and maybe go to the next one and see where I stand. But it is also a knitted cable bind off.
Yeah.
So it's 9 stitches, so that
it's going to add like a...
It's like needing to have 9 rows, enough for 9 more rows.
Yeah.
And it's...
So how many do we... I don't even... Maybe we shouldn't say since it's a paid for pattern, but...
We need to get to 250-ish.
Oh, okay.
Around there.
So I'm at like...
And I have like 20 more to increase.
I think I have like 180 something. So I'm close to having the 200.
Yeah.
Look at them together. I love gray and lime green, so...
I love this yarn.
I'm loving my fabric. What's your yarn?
Me too. This is Yarn Carnival High Wire 2-ply, Yarn Carnival High Wire 3-ply, which is 100% superwash merino, and it is a light fingering. It's 490 yards to 100 grams, and which is less than what the pattern calls for. The pattern calls for 500 something, and so I was worried about being short and that I'd need to go short, but I am either they were generous with their skein, or I am knitting tightly.
I don't know.
I don't think I am, because I'm getting pretty drapey.
Mine's feel mine.
Yeah.
Mine's like air compared
Yours
to...
is like air.
So I'm like, there's no way I'm knitting tightly. But I have a ton more too.
It is such a difference.
I think it's because mine's a single ply. And,
Sure.
And mine has silk in it.
Yeah.
So it's lighter. But isn't it funny how... But we both are getting good drape.
Yes. And it's not even blocked yet. I think it'll be great.
Yeah. I mean, mine's going to be actually pretty open once which I kind of like. I like how...
Well, and if you look at the pattern, you can see through hers.
Yeah, I like that though.
Pictures.
Because, it's kind of nice to have like a light shawl.
You can see through mine. I can see through mine, but can you see me?
No.
I
love it though. It's so fun, right? Like it's
an easy knit.
It's easy.
And it will be, I just can't wait to add the ruffle out of this.
Yes. So I worked on this. I cast it on the day it released, but I literally did like this much. It was just a little mustache size. And then I just worked on it in the car on the way home, and then I've worked on it since. But I've only been home 2 days, so.
Well, and so
the most of this was done in the car.
And I knit like crazy on it because I was reading a really good book, and then
it is a good book knitting.
I had. I can take this and knit it anywhere. It's my conversation knitting. It's my soccer game
for
knitting.
now, until we get to that.
Right, until we get to the cable. And then
it's been my dark knitting.
Yeah.
Instead of that sock. I like working on this better than the sock.
Yes, and it I like how it grows.
Yeah.
I am loving
And I'm loving my yarn.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so this is our knit along.
Yes.
So it already started, but even if you're a test knitter or you got the pattern early, please enter it. Because I know that she has a bunch of test knitters or gifted the pattern. So if you started it before it released, that's fine. Enter it.
Yeah.
We just love her. This is the Violet Pie Dallas Prentice, and she's adorable. And this is the Italic shawl, which just released.
And she said she's going to be at Stitches Midwest, which might be this weekend.
I think it's already passed, wasn't it? Maybe it's coming up.
I think it's coming up this weekend.
I saw a picture of her with Leading Men Fiber Arts, which made me think it already happened, but maybe no.
No, it wasn't this weekend.
Okay.
It's coming up. It should be the weekend this releases. If we release this on Friday, then it's
happening.
Yes. So, and she'll be at the Leading Men Fiber Arts booth, and because she has done a couple of patterns with their yarn, and she said something about having a buy one get one for her patterns. If you go find her
nice.
At the booth.
I just love her.
Yeah.
I want to meet her someday.
Adorable.
So check out her Ravelry shop for her patterns. Go buy Italic Shawl. Hopefully you already did because it was on sale, but that's going to be over by the time this releases. So.
Yeah, it will.
But it's still worth full price.
July. Yeah.
Still, we did give away a copy. Was it VShaw7 on Instagram, I think was the name. So congratulations. She already got it.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I did an Instagram live to give that away from the lake, floating from the lake. So sorry if you missed it.
It was great.
Because it's gone now.
Yes.
So
okay,
so join the knit along. There is a FO thread and a chatter thread in our Ravelry group, and it's going to be open for a while.
Yeah.
Like I think we're going to give y'all plenty of time because we want as many people to participate as possible.
Right.
So tell your friends.
Yay.
All right. So you have another one?
I have another one. Okay.
Spoiler! Alert! Spoiler! Alert! Spoiler! Alert!
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I am participating in the Casa Pinka Crown Wools knit along.
Oh, this is the one that you talked about last time that has like 11 billion colors.
Right.
How many is it really?
It's supposed to be 12.
And you did 27 or something.
I know. I think I have 15.
Oh, okay.
15 or 16.
So you're not ridiculous.
No, I'm not ridiculous.
You didn't double it.
No, I didn't. However, I am caught up. And the next load doesn't come out for 2 more days. Like, I've been caught up for 2 days. Like,
girl.
Seriously.
No wonder you don't have any FOs. You can't,
right?
You can't finish a mystery.
I know.
Okay, so don't look if you don't want to see it.
If you don't want to see it,
Oh my
I'm
God.
about to talk about it.
Oh my God.
So,
It's so fun.
this is through Clue 4 because you get 2 clues a week.
Oh my goodness.
And
Hold on. Okay, so this is, it's like, is it one like this?
Yes.
Ooh, fun. Okay, yeah, this
So,
looks fun.
It's the shape, it's a parallelogram, which she has done several patterns that are parallelograms. So, you get that by casting on a certain number, you increase on one side, decrease on the other.
Yes.
Okay, that's not a mystery. Everybody knows that.
I love knitting this kind of
The
with
shape?
yeah, because the rows never increase.
Right,
Oh,
right.
it's like the suburban wrap, like it just stayed.
Yep.
Oh, it looks super fun.
So, it's more narrow than okay, first, there was some confusion with the right size needles to use, so I used a 5. I started on a 5,
Uh-oh.
then she clarified it and it was supposed to be a 4. I left it on a 5.
Yeah, probably.
Like, considering that things have been coming out small for me lately, I'm like, it'll be fine. So,
and this, it's not like a hat, you know, like it's not gonna matter.
And I'm fine with the fabric. the way it's
I
done.
like it.
It looks
Yeah.
good. So this was the first texture, and it has little nubs like on your hat.
Yeah.
And they were very
Are they
easy.
called nups? With a
Nups.
P?
Yes,
I
they are
think
nups
mine were
with
called
a P.
nups.
These didn't have a name.
Oh,
It was
super
just,
cute.
do
Do you
this.
like making them? Because I
Yes.
liked making them.
Yes, and they were
They'll make your hands a little sore.
mine.
If you're not careful.
This one didn't.
Okay.
And it might be a different technique.
But you know what? Yours are a little. I think mine. Is this like knit one, purl one, knit one into the same stitch? Oh, okay.
It's very interesting. It's purl 2 together,
Oh.
knit 2 together, purl 2 together.
All in the same.
All in the same.
too. Okay.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you lift one. And once you do that, you do those 3 things. You take it off, and then you lift 1 stitch over and decrease by 1.
Cool. My my balls are a little bigger than yours. So I knew that. Not to brag. Stating the facts.
Yes, they are.
So I knew something was different, but I didn't know what. I thought maybe mine was like, because mine was like knit one, purl, like all in the same stitch, and so I thought maybe mine were just a little bit more stitched. But yeah. That's really. And so are you? That's.
So you start with.
So
seed
that's not
stitch.
that you're not striping those colors.
No, that's the yarn.
Okay. How fun is that?
Yeah, that's the yarn I chose.
Cool.
Yeah. And then you do a 4-row garter fade,
Cute.
And then there's this lace pattern, and this is the lace pattern that just kicked my butt.
Yeah.
Somehow
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't, like, I did get to wear, because I was off. At some point,
Yeah.
I didn't have the right number of stitches at the end. Like, I flipped it. I had
Oh.
the right number at the beginning that I should have had at the end of the row. But I could read it enough to know where I was supposed to be.
It looks great.
But I would mess up
I
all
love
the time.
that lace in that color.
Yeah, it looks great. And then we got to the lime green. And this is where I did
like the
2
garter
colors
fading.
instead of 1.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a
So this green and this purple should
Uh-huh.
have in the pattern were all one color.
right,
Anyway.
exactly.
All you did was add a stripe. It's fine.
Right, exactly. And it looks. And
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. And then I got to
Adds a little something. Ooh, fun.
this section,
I like that.
and that was easy.
So that's like
Almost a feather and fan.
almost. This is kind of like the girl from the grocery store lace.
Okay.
I like that.
And then my next color is the orange, and
So this looks addictive, just like that peeping cowl.
Yes.
Those both look really addictive to me.
right.
That's
I mean,
my favorite kind of knitting.
yes, because it's different.
Different textures and colors and yeah.
And so this is only 2 clues. I mean, yes, 4 clues. There'll be 12 clues.
Because you get 2 a week.
2 a week, yeah.
But it's doable, like because it's not you're not
crazy
increasing.
intricate.
Yeah.
And it's
not
pretty
long
short.
rows. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
it's not crazy long rows.
Right.
Yeah. I love it.
And I am so excited
Yeah.
to keep going with my colors.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't.
Yeah. I like it.
Thursday. And
You're like, where's my clue?
yeah. So last Thursday I got up at like 7:30 and I immediately went on and was like, where's my clue? And it wasn't out yet.
No!
I know.
Wake up! Give me my clue.
I know.
I'm sorry. You haven't released the clue yet.
Well, because we've been spoiled. The only other ones I've done were Hohi.
And she
so-
releases hers like a day, like
She does
the
it for the
evening early.
European
Yeah,
people.
so we get it that evening. Oh,
Yes, and then Sosu was the same way because she was in Germany, and so she was releasing it German
you're like,
time.
I'm sorry, I have to wait till the actual day.
Right. At 8 a.m. Like what?
It's super fun.
So I had to knit on something.
I can
else
see
until
why
it
you're
came out.
excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am loving it. And let me show you, like, some of these colors I'm taking down. Like, that's all I had left in the purple.
Bye. You are done.
Yep, that's all I had left in the little lavender color.
Oh my
like,
god, cute. I
it's
love
definitely getting used
Okay,
up.
I can see why you're excited about that.
So-
I might knit it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
And Lord knows I have plenty of scrap
Right? And
that I didn't put in my blanket.
So here's what it's making me want to do. Like, you know how I've always been like, I'm just going to knit till I use all the yarn.
Yeah.
I don't want any left over. Well, now I'm like,
Scraps are good.
scraps are good.
That's how I always have been. I like having scraps.
But I can do, like, I could just create something like that.
Yeah.
I can just create my own textures
Have
and
you
colors.
seen that one
and-
that's just it's just a round and round and round cowl that you just put in like any length of sock
I've seen
yarn?
it with sock
What's
yarn,
it
yeah.
called?
And it's a smaller tube, like you
We'll
knit
put it
a
right here,
smaller
but it's like
tube and then-
Scraptastic or
Uh-huh.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like I love having. I mean, yeah, for my blanket, but just I love having it for stuff like that.
Yeah. So now, and some
And
of
even
these,
bigger scraps, like
Right.
yeah.
and some of these scraps are my mom's. Like the
Nice.
purple and green were hers.
Well, it
She
works
brought
out.
all her scraps up so that we could figure out what
I'm looking
colors
up that
and-
pattern because it's gonna
Okay.
It's gonna bug me.
I know which one you're talking about. You
I
knit it in
know.
a skinny tube and it stays flat to make
Yeah,
the
it's
cowl.
a tube, so it's just you just
Yeah.
knit, and you just add in. You can make a magic ball, you know, where you
Right.
tie them all together into a cake, or you can just I'll pick up this scrap, I'll pick
Right.
up, you know, whatever.
Right. But I think it looks so good in sock yarn because
The stripes,
the
and stuff.
stripes, but also you know how like on your socks you just finished, like there's those sections that are like
Mhm.
boxes. I don't know
Mhm.
what that's called. The colors make kind of like
This.
vertical stripes. Yes, this right here, the black and white
Yeah.
part. To get that in with the striping on a cowl,
I think it would just be like,
it looks good.
yeah,
Like it almost makes it look like Fair Isle.
right. I was gonna say it just kind of looks like, yeah, like spots or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, polka dot. Oh, do you have it in your queue?
Fiddly Bits. Fiddly Bits.
Oh yes, that's
by
it.
Jana Pehota. That's the one
Yep.
I'm talking about.
Pictures here.
You've all been screaming it at me.
Right.
Sorry, it took me a second. I just was like, you ever just go, and then it's not there?
No, yeah, I know.
It was not
I know.
there. Okay.
Okay, so
That's all for whips and
whip
sleighs and
cracking.
hoes and foes and
Mhm.
we don't have any foes, do we?
What are foes?
You know, like an enemy.
Oh no.
Friend or foe?
No. Our fails are our foes.
Yes. You're dead to me. Okay,
Right.
so now, do you want to do trophies or do you want to do We Be Freebie?
Let's do trophies. I only have 2.
why don't you
Sally
go-
has a mound.
It was my birthday and I was out of town.
Okay.
I hope nobody's coming down the stairs when they're not supposed to be.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Who would do that?
I know. Okay, so my mom and I took the kids to Galveston for a couple nights. And of course, on the way down, we had to go to Park Avenue Yarns in LaPorte.
I would love.
I had never
To
been
go.
there in person. I've only been in their
Yeah,
booth
me too.
in at DFW Fiberfest. This store is adorable.
Did it blow your mind? Well, okay, their booth is adorable, so I
Right.
can only imagine.
Right. The store was amazing. They have such a great selection that, like, they had the indie dyers we like. They have the small companies we like.
Yeah.
They also have the big companies that you need.
Mhm.
You
Did they
know?
have like 10,000 attendee bags?
They did have a lot of attendee bags, yes.
Yeah.
And when we got there, they had just had a sale the previous week.
Mhm.
And so anything that was left was 50% off.
Nice.
I know. So I found one thing there that in the sale section.
That's got silk in it.
It's 100% silk.
I was gonna say that's glowing.
And it
Oh,
does.
it's-
I mean,
it's not. It's so much prettier in person. There you go.
like
It's gold.
glows.
Yeah.
Yes, it reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes.
Like spinning gold out of
Yeah,
straw.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with
Yeah.
it. If they had more, I would have bought more.
What is it?
It is from Culinet Yarns,
Oh.
and it is their
I've never heard
Tau.
of them.
Tau. Where did I see Tau? Oh, Tau.
Mm.
Tao. And it is
I think it has a number rather than
100% silk. It's 117 meters and 50 grams.
Wow.
And it is a single ply.
Yep.
It's just
Oh my god.
Right?
It's like nothing.
Yes.
It's like, oh, it's so soft.
I have no idea what I would make with it, but I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
It just is too
wow.
beautiful.
Oh my god. It's a pet.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be made into anything. Just pet it.
Exactly.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing I bought was for the everything shawl.
Oh, right.
I had in mind that I wanted a purple.
We
So-
talked about this last time.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So I had these two,
Mhm.
and this is the purple that I wanted to
Inspiration.
put with it. Yes, the inspiration. And I found this purple. It's not quite
No,
as
but I
oops,
like it.
It's not quite as bright.
Yeah, it's darker.
Yes,
Less pink.
but it looks.
Yeah.
And I
It looks
didn't
really
even
good.
have this with me. Like I didn't have the green with me. I just went off of
Oh.
like yes, that's
So
the
they
right
have
color.
Yoth there?
They have Yoth there. I know.
We love her.
We do.
She needs to come on the podcast.
So this is
Oh, it's so pretty.
Little Brother, which is 80-10-10. So it's superwash merino cashmere nylon, 435 yards to 100 grams, and it's their eggplant color. But it is
Yep.
so perfectly
perfect,
purple,
yep.
and it looks so great with these. So
Yeah.
now I want to cast on my everything shawl. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to
No,
because I have a million other things on the needles.
that doesn't mean you don't want to, though.
Right, exactly.
I love it.
And everybody's been going so crazy with mohair, and like
I
I
know.
want to do birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather. We're going to do birds of a feather this soon.
Yes.
We're going to cast that on.
Yes,
at
we need
least.
to do that,
Yeah.
and we need to like guilt Diane into joining.
Choosing one of her 7
My
sets.
mom even has a set for birds of a
What?
feather. I know.
Okay, that's
she's
gonna
using this with something.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
And my birds of a feather is very similar
To these
in
colors?
color. Remember, it's like greens and purples.
yes, that's
Yep.
right. Yeah,
That's pretty fun.
So
Okay.
I was super excited
Yeah,
to
you
find
did good.
this because, and this was the only thing on my list that like I
Yeah.
need this
Mhm.
and need
Need.
and I found it first place I went.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's kind of crazy. So
That's awesome.
I'm
And
super excited.
I've wanted Yoth forever because I love her and I love their yarn, but you know, before this, I'm about to show you. I'm really like trying not to buy yarn unless I have a pattern, and so I've just never had a pattern that like matched at that time. So I need to find a pattern that I know I want to knit out of Yoth for the next time we go to like Stitches or Fiberfest. Because Stitches isn't happening this year.
That's right.
Okay, so is that all your trophies?
That's all my trophies. Okay.
All right.
Here's the Sally show.
Okay, y'all, it was my birthday, and I was out of town. So yeah, it's a little ridiculous, and I'm not gonna apologize for it.
Don't.
Okay, so the first thing is like humongous, so I'll just get it out of the way. And I didn't buy this. My mother-in-law actually, and it wasn't even a gift. She just was like, I've never opened that. Will you take it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't like for my birthday. So my mother-in-law is a knitter, but she's not a capital K knitter. She's a knitter. You know, like she can knit something if she needs to, but she doesn't do it for pleasure.
Obsessively like we do?
But she's an artist, and so she wants to get back into painting. So she's basically giving up knitting. She's like, it's just not my thing. And so I'm like, all right, fine. And we were trying to find a spot like for extra linens, and she found this and was like, will you just take that? Because I bought it and I'm never going to use it. So I was like, all right.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was still in the wrapper.
Wow.
So here's the label, because I knew I wouldn't remember. So it's block roll from the Bagsmith Company.
I've never heard of this.
And it's got all kinds of tips on the back, which I just noticed. Not that, I mean, I know how to block, but still, that's cool. You can use it for steam or wet blocking, which I never steam block, but good to know. In case I ever do. And it would also be good, I guess you could iron it. You could iron on it. Maybe not. Projects may be pinned directly onto the surface, which is what I did. And then it has this grid, which if you're trying to do something
to a dimension.
Really, like really straight lines. Like remember that cowl that you did?
Oh yeah.
You know, that would have been great. You could have lined it up.
That would have been great.
Something like that. And so it unrolls, and I actually used it for my Evanesce. And yeah, it was so big that it did fall off each end like 6 inches, but like it always does. Like even my stuff at home, it's not going to be long enough for that. You know, my ends always, I just kind of fake the ends.
That's like on my starting point. I don't even try on this. I just lay it over the bed. It's so big.
I always fake the ends of because I kind of like how it makes them kind of do that. So I just leave it. So I like this thing. I never would have bought it because I have these, you know, like exercise floor mats from Five Below, which is like a dollar store basically, and they're fine, but this thing takes up less room than those, you know, because I have to have 3 of those and I only have 1 of them. So I like it.
And this is easy to just lay out.
Right, and it's got this
position.
foam on the back, so it's really lightweight.
Does it go flat or does it try to curl?
No, it was flat, completely flat.
Wow.
And I started it because I was washing my sheets. I like to put stuff, I like to put my blocking mats on my bed because then they're underneath my ceiling fan. I turn it on high and I leave. And I, you know, then I can't nap that day, but I try not to nap anyway because it's bad news. But, so I started it, I couldn't put it on my bed because I was washing my sheets. And so I knew I would need the bed to be clear. So I started it on the floor, which I hate doing because I hate being down on the floor because I'm like an old granny and I'm like, my knees. But, so then I got my sheets done and my bed made. I would just pick this up and took it to the bed. You know, where with my 3 mats that lock together, you can't do that. Like, it's a disaster.
Right.
So, and I was thinking you could also use this for puzzles.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're always like starting a puzzle and then it's like, we need the table.
Right.
So and it would keep the pieces from sliding. So I think this is like multi-use, you guys.
Yes. Brilliant.
So yeah,
nice.
And it was a win-win because my mother-in-law was like, it's just in the way. She's like, I'm not going to use it.
Right.
So that's the first one. And
nice.
I know I talked about it in depth, but I wanted to because I thought it was cool. And it's something I never would have bought, but now that I know, like, I would buy buy it.
I want one now.
Yeah, because I've always been like, my dollar store mats are fine.
Right.
That's even better though. Okay, so I had ordered 2 things before I left that I hadn't received yet. So these were bought a long time ago. They came in the mail while I was gone, and so I just now got them. So this is from Woolberry Fiber Company, and it's called Together is Better, because she released this. Sorry, I'm trying to keep that. This she designed and dyed up when the first news was breaking about all the families being ripped apart at the border. So it's called Together is Better, and every proceeds of from every sale were going to that Races group that helps reunite families. So it's it's her smooth sock set, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 480 yards total, and it's called Together is Better. And I think she was gonna, you can probably still get it, because I think she was it sold out, and she was gonna redo it. Look at that, I love that little blip right there. So I just think that, I mean, obviously it's my teal color, but then it also has this beautiful pink. And I've always wanted to order from her, and so I was like, it's happening. So there's that. And then I had told Diane that I needed 3 skeins of, I'm gonna take it out. It's on her Pure Sock base, which is 100% superwash merino. And I got 3 skeins of it, and it's Ashes, which is a lot like my yarn for the italic shawl. It's like a dark with lighter grays. And this is going to be for my Tanya sweater.
Oh, yeah.
So I got that.
Oh, that's going to be gorgeous.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to be, and it's kind of the same reason I bought that typewriter color for the italic shawl.
Mm-hmm.
Is I want a black top, but I don't want to knit a black top. So with the lighter, it's not black.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted that in a dark color, I think.
Right.
So I finally decided on that.
And I love how this is the one in between Cinder and Coal.
I know.
And it's
So
called
great.
Ashes. So clever.
And I think I own Cinder. I don't think I've ever had Coal.
I haven't.
I don't think I have any of her Coal. So now I'm going to have to get some of her Coal.
Right.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Try not to destroy everything in the process. So, up at the lake, we're about 45 minutes away from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I talked about it last year, that Knitting Off Broadway.
That's my child.
There's a child.
He thinks that we can't see him. He thinks he's out of frame.
So, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, there's a beautiful yarn shop called Knitting Off Broadway, because Broadway is the little street that it's on in downtown. And it's so, so, so pretty. So I went there. I actually went to a different yarn shop first, but this yarn's on top, so it's going to get talked about first. So at Knitting Off Broadway, this is all I bought, but it's because I had gone to the other place first, and blown my budget. So I only bought sale yarn, which they have the best sale table I've ever seen at any shop ever. They put the nicest stuff in their sale section. I don't know why. And so I got Dream Classy. Dream is the company. Classy is the base. It's 100% superwash merino and worsted weight. And that I bought this. I bought the only 3 skeins they had of Tiffany box. I mean, really. It's my favorite color ever.
Right.
So 3 skeins of that. This was all 25% off.
Nice.
Right? And then they only had 1 of this, but I thought this would make a cute hat or something.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah, it's the same company and base, and it's called Shy. And it's like this mauvey pink. And I just thought, you know what? I can't leave that behind.
Right. And it's DK?
This should be worsted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Nice.
So that's all I got at Knitting Off Broadway, whereas last year I got like $200 worth. Yes. So I restrained myself. But that's because I'd already been to Simply Socks.
Oh, yeah.
which is like bucket list yarn shop.
I've never heard of it.
Well, so they're a huge online
Oh.
presence.
Okay.
The actual store is only open one day a week, and it alternates. Sometimes it's open on Saturday, sometimes it's open on Tuesday.
Oh.
So I've never gotten to go.
Oh. Because you've been there 2 weeks and like
It
can't get
doesn't.
up there, right?
Yeah, because like it's either we're busy or it is a 45-minute drive.
Right.
So you can't. It's not like let's go. You have to go. Okay, do I want to sacrifice a day at the lake? And so this time it worked. And so I dropped my mother-in-law and my children off at the zoo. 'Cause Fort Wayne has an amazing children's zoo, and I went to Simply Socks and Knitting Off Broadway. So Simply Socks, I think the reason they're such a big deal is because they have tons of indie dyers that you don't see in stores a lot. So it's like Etsy or like a Fiber Fest in one. It's like a festival inside their store.
And do they only carry sock yarn, like fingering yarn? And
No, they had other.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think I bought any of it. But that's why I didn't buy fingering weight at Knitting Off Broadway, is because I knew what I had just done at Simply Socks. Is that why you asked? Because they're called Simply Socks?
because they're called Simply Socks. So
no.
I mean, I guess you can make socks out of worsted too.
I don't really know why they're called that. I should probably look into that. But so I bought some of the Arnie and Carlos. I think it's Arnie. I think this was part of the Arnie and Carlos line of Regia, the Perfect. So the yellow is not part of the yellow indicates where you start to make 2 perfect socks. So the socks will look like that. These are probably going to be for Mitch. How stinking cute are those? So it patterns just like that.
Oh.
Isn't that cute?
That's adorable.
So it makes stripes and that like kind of
a texture, yeah.
So the yellow you cut the yellow
And is it
off.
purple or navy for that stripe?
I don't know.
I mean, it looks navy in the yarn, but it looks
Yeah.
purple in the picture.
I think it's green and blue, and I was gonna ask Mitch if he was interested, and if not, I will wear the heck out of these.
Right.
So got that. Oh, and this is, let's see, which one is this? Color 07121. So there you go. So I got that. I got Hue Loco. When was the last time you saw Hue Loco in a store?
Never?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Patina. This is the colorway Patina, and I just thought it was so pretty.
Yeah. And Hue Loco is one that I've actually been tempted to buy online without
too.
having seen in person.
Yeah. So I really wanted one of the hippo ones.
Oh, yeah.
But the only one they had, I didn't love it. It was...
Is that Lolo does it? Lolo did it?
No, it was Hue Loco.
Oh,
Or
okay.
maybe they both do a hippo, and so maybe I was thinking...
I don't know about her hippos.
Well, there was one called like Hippo Surprise or something, and I was like, eh. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's because Lolo did it. It's the one who does the hippos, and she just happened to have a hippo one that I didn't love. Okay.
I like
But
her
I like-
Backyard Chicken series.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. So got that because I had to get some Hue Loco.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And the other one that I've been wanting forever and never see it ever, you have to get it online, is Life in the Long Grass.
Look at that.
And this one, it's hand dyed in Ireland. This is called Tin Shed. I mean, I'm telling you, I spent like 45 minutes total trying to decide which Hue Loco and which Life in the Long Grass. Like, it was really hard. Tin Shed. I wanted something that was kind of neutral that I could, pair with something else down the road, because I went against my rule and I got no plans for any of this.
Right.
But I've tried to be smart about it. It's not gonna focus. Whatever. It's a gray with flecks of rust and blue.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, these kind of look great together.
Oh, yeah.
If I wanted to do like that impressionist thing or something that melds, or a fade. Oh, there's my niece's birthday invitation. I was looking for that. This is what happens at the lake. Like everything, this bag has just been packed, just like shoved since this day. Like I haven't gone through it, and so it just gets random things in it. And then I got.
Oh.
So this, another one again. Trying to decide which one to get.
Right.
I could have gotten 5 Hue Locos, 5 Life in the Long Grass, 5 of these. Like it was.
That is gorgeous. What is that?
This is the Sweet Georgia Party of 5 in their Tough Love sock, and it's the Sea to Sky.
Oh my
set.
gosh, that is such a beautiful fade.
Yes. So it's basil, fern, evergreen, salt air, and sapphire.
Gorgeous.
I don't know which way's better. So I'm thinking if I got a few skeins of a solid of undetermined color.
Color wheel.
And this could be like the yolk of a Fair Isle. Oh. That was my thinking.
Yes. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It was hard to leave all the other. There was like a pinky one and like a fall colory one that was like, browns and oranges. Oh, there was a purple one. There was one that went from green to purple. I almost got that one.
Yeah, green to purple.
I really stood there like, I'm sweating. Like, it was,
right.
This is supposed to be fun. So yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be the yoke of a Fair Isle sweater of some undetermined pattern.
Oh yeah.
So pretty.
Gorgeous.
Oh, I did get another thing of Hue Logo. This is tweed sock in the cracked pepper colorway, and it's got these bits of tweedy bits. So it's basically a dark gray with.
There's a lot of texture to that.
Taupe. Well, because it's tweed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the tweed.
But there's
is
a lot
very
of tweed.
textured.
Yeah. What's that stuff called?
Nope.
Nip. Nip. I guess you're right. It is very nippy.
Yeah.
It's a bit nippy in here. And so I thought this would make a cute hat.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I was trying to justify it somehow.
With like a raccoon palm.
Ooh, yeah.
The brown to black tips.
It's kind of blowing out a little bit, but it's really cute. And actually the girl checking me out, she was like, oh, cracked pepper, I love that one. She was like, I hate it when people come in and they buy stuff I've had my eye on, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. I was like, that would be the downfall of me working in a yarn store.
I could not work in a yarn store.
And so they're only open to the public one day a week, and so like behind the counter it was just built boxes with tissue paper in it, just ready for them to just ship. Like it was cool.
Wow.
So if you get a box from them that has pink tissue paper, like I totally saw it happening. They all had pink tissue paper. And there's one more. I got this because I wanted to get some actual.
Look at that color.
Yeah, right? I wanted to get some actual Simply Sock yarn. Mm-hmm. So this is their sock yarn. Hand-dyed solid sock yarn, Simply Socks Yarn Company, and it's the majestic color of purple. And I got this just as, I like to do like a souvenir square in my blanket. So this will be my
That's pretty.
Lake Trip 2018 square in my blanket, and then I'll have plenty to do.
Oh yeah.
Heels. It'll honestly, it would look kind of awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I did do socks out of this, it would look cool, whatever. So it's a huge mini skein. Like I think it's
maybe
50 grams.
50 grams,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's a half
So
a
it's,
skein.
yeah, it's a big, but that was the smallest like mini skein they had. So, and then I got one of those little thingies that you had, the stitch, what are they called? Stitch holder?
Stitch holder, yeah.
So it's the, instead of using waste yarn, you can thread this through, and then it locks into itself, that. Ellen has showed it before. So the needle locks into this green thing to hold your stitches. I thought, you know what, it's here. I'm always using waste yarn, and this makes sure, I like tools.
I do too. And I worry, whenever I use waste yarn, I worry that the fiber is going to show, like
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get the right color.
And if you like, let's say you put it on waste yarn and like come back to it 2 years later, like there's a possibility, depending on what waste yarn you use, I've seen it felt to, like they felt to, not totally, but it makes it really hard to get it out. Like I've seen Libby cutting waste yarn out stitch by stitch.
Oh my gosh.
So I try to only use like cotton or something, but it's not always realistic. So I just thought, you know what, like this is a fun little tool. It's my birthday. I'm getting this. So
yeah,
whatever. In the grand scheme of things, this is nothing compared to all this yarn I bought.
Right.
When I fall down, I fall all the way down. But it's like, when am I gonna have the chance to go to this place again? So I just went for it.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So I typically had purchased without having a pattern in mind. But then since I've met Sally, I've started buying more, and I had so much yarn.
Yeah.
Like I really didn't.
I don't like having a very large stash.
I have a large stash.
It makes me anxious.
Yeah. So I had been buying for a purpose, right? And I don't buy online. I typically just buy in person. So Madeline Tosh, which is just in Fort Worth, has started having pop-up sales.
Yes.
Where it's not necessarily a sale, it's just you can go and buy yarn from them, which you normally can't.
Because they don't have a brick and mortar. That used to be our local yarn shop, was brick and mortar Mad Tosh, and then it closed. And so this is, like, it makes sense to them. Instead of renting a building all the time and having a full-time shop, having these pop-ups is a great idea.
I think it is too.
I didn't get to go because obviously I was like somewhere in Oklahoma when it was happening. Or I wasn't even to Oklahoma yet because it was Saturday morning.
And there's been 2 so far, but we found out that they're going to do it monthly, and I haven't been yet.
I didn't even hear about the first one.
I saw it on their Instagram.
I don't remember hearing about the first one. I only heard about the second one, which was this past weekend.
Their first one I saw on Instagram. That's how I know about anything.
I follow them on Instagram, but...
Well, you follow a lot of people, and so it could not make it into your top feed.
True. The algorithm hates me.
Right. You haven't hearted their stuff enough.
Maybe. So yeah, I want to go.
Well, they have, so our friend went this past weekend, and she said that they have, like, it's not discounted.
Right.
It's, but it's what they have available, which you never know what they're going to have available because they diet, as they diet. But she said that they do have one area that is discounted. Was it 20%?
I don't remember.
20 or 25%. And it's their one-offs. Like a batch didn't go right. And so it still is gorgeous, just
it didn't go There's not a lot of it. There's one.
And it won't be repeated because it was just something weird happened.
I like those.
Me
Hedgehog,
too.
I mean, that's basically all Hedgehog is.
Oh, yeah?
Like, they just called potluck.
Oh, right. Yeah. So but I was like, I like those because then I can just, like, I have my stash. So then when a project comes up, I can, like, this, And, like how I did with Starting Point. Like, I had 5 skeins I could pull. So, but that also means that I would then again be buying without a project.
I know.
So, but it's kind of like there's an adrenaline thrill. What am I going to find? What do
Yarn
they have?
fumes. Yeah. No, I want to go just to experience it. Yeah. I think that's such a cool idea.
I do too. And
And I don't really buy Mad Tosh anymore unless I'm at West 7th Wool, which is our current local yarn shop. My current local, and so like they had it at Knitting Off Broadway, but I'm like, I'm not gonna buy Texas yarn in Indiana. Like, I can go like almost straight to the source.
Right.
So I didn't even look. I think they had it. I think they had it at Simply Socks too, and I'm like, I can just bypass that whole section.
Right.
So yeah, I'd much rather go to the pop-up than buy it in and have to haul it home 1,100 miles.
Yeah.
So
I know.
That's very cool. We're gonna have to try.
So I'm excited.
Anybody wants to go, let us know.
I know, right? Next pop-up, you'll see us there.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Because I'm sure I will have.
It's on a Saturday morning.
I have to.
So we be freebie.
We be freebies.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, so this time, I finally caught up on Yarn Hoarder podcast, and because I was behind for a little bit.
I'm behind on everybody.
Oh
FYI.
yeah, me too. So but she's doing kind of like a knit along. I don't know. She has a lot of knit alongs going. But one of her things was Show the Love or something like that. Like projects that don't have a lot of patterns that don't have a lot of projects already knit.
Right.
I don't know what
like
she's calling
obscure
it.
patterns.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh,
such a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of the times people just don't know about the pattern.
Right.
Because there's so many.
It didn't make it to Hot right now, so you didn't see it or whatever.
Exactly. And she's made that point. She's like, you know, Hohi comes out with a pattern. Everybody knows it. It's right there on Hot right now,
right.
top thing. And that's true. Like, you can't miss a Hohi pattern, which is good. But then there's obscure ones that
that are great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I went into my podcast freebies favorites group bundle, and I found 4 that have less than 10 projects.
What? Okay, cool. Well, I love this. Okay.
They're really cute. Okay, so the first one is from your best friend Franklin.
What?
I know, right? I think it originally might have come out in
before
knitting.
he was a big thing. Oh
no, to me he's been a big thing for a while. It's
That's
from
true.
October 2015.
Oh, he's been a big thing longer than that. Yeah.
So it's called 11 Angry Sunrises, and it is the
illusion
kind of
knitting.
Yes, illusion knitting. That's what it's
like
called.
when you look at it this way, you don't see anything, and when you look at it this way,
From
it's
the
a
side.
picture.
Right.
And is it a scarf? What is that? Okay.
It's a scarf, and it looks like a sock in that first picture, right?
That's why I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, and so I don't know how it works because I haven't done it.
Haven't either.
But it makes polka dots down the scarf, and I think it's
cute.
just adorable.
Have you seen the one that tangent? But have you seen the one that's like Albert Einstein when you?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm like, that blows my mind.
Right. So it's clever, and
cool.
There have only been 4 projects.
I wonder if people are scared of it.
Maybe, but I feel like it
but that would be a great beginner illusion knitting. I
right.
think, yeah. But illusion knitting, you don't see it a ton.
Right.
So maybe people are just like scared of it.
So it's published in Fridays with Franklin, which was that just his blog?
No, I think it's through. Is it through Crafts? It's Lion Brand. Somebody.
Maybe it's Lion Brand.
It's through a yarn company. I think it's Lion Brand. Sorry.
But he used Shopple wool. I don't know. Anyway, it so there's only four patterns.
That's cool.
I think it's adorable, and just a really really clever pattern. Okay, the next is a hat. It's called Kiri Hat, Kiri. Kiri Hat by Cerelia Rose. Again, somebody else that I would think people would see their patterns.
Yeah. It's cute.
You know who she is.
I know the name, but I can't.
She used to, so I know her from the Skassel. Skassel did that reality show.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But only through the internet.
It was like Project Runway, except with knitting. Mm-hmm.
Except with knitting. And I loved it. And I even asked them at the Skassel booth this past year, and like at Fiberfest, I was like, so are y'all gonna do that again? And she was like, we want to, but I think the logistics of it was too hard.
Probably.
So, because they're a yarn company, not a TV production company.
It's cute.
And she was one of the hosts on that, and I think she was a designer. Like, she worked for Skassel then.
Probably.
And she's just, I don't know, I feel like she's done lots of design stuff. So it's a super cute hat with an easy, it looks like an easy
I like
knit pearl.
I like the no brim.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. And it was, so the yarn is Zealana, Zealana. And so she must have done it for them.
Probably.
Because it's in one of their books. But it's free.
Cute.
Yes. Okay. The next is a sweater. And it has the so fascinating title of Women's Cable Sweater. Women's Cable Pullover. But look at that design.
Neat. That's free?
Yes. It's a yarn company.
Cool. Oh, yeah. But still.
But
that looks fun.
Right?
Yeah.
And the way that, that is such a clever construction.
I don't even know.
I want to knit it just to know how that works.
I don't even know how it works. I'm sorry, I'm yawning.
So
that is so cool.
It's for Novita Nordic Wool. Never heard of them.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's neat.
But it is such a cool design. It is knit in DK, which, DK's not so bad.
No.
Because it looks thicker. It looks like
it looks
a worsted
really thick
or an
because
Aran.
of the cabling.
Right. And it probably is thick because of the cabling. So to me, I'm like, when would I wear this?
I know.
You know, like.
But that would be like her winter coat.
Right.
You'd have to wear
But then you
something
go
under
inside,
it.
I gotta take it off.
Yeah.
You know. So, but that sweater is just amazing.
It's so cool.
And it's free.
That's crazy.
Okay. Then the last one is a shawl. It's pink mosaica, a shawl.
I like it's like a novel. You know, it's like pink mosaica, a shawl.
Right.
I like it.
By Priscilla Hollingsworth, and
Cute.
it is a really cute mosaic shawl.
Is intricate.
And it's free.
And how many people have done it?
4.
I think they're scared.
But it's
because it looks a little scary.
It does. Mosaic does look scary.
Yeah.
And this is like all over mosaic, whereas like some of them
have just a section or something. This is like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it is so cool. And she used a gradient in it, so it like changes. That's what you could do with your gradient.
Probably don't have enough yardage, but.
Oh, right. How much does it use? 3,900 yards. Of fingering.
Jeez Louise.
That's huge. She used
That's more than
palette.
starting point. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's huge.
That is huge.
It's a blanket.
Yeah. A blanket.
Blanket.
So anyway, that's the 4.
That's why she has to put a shawl in the title, because everyone's like, "Are you sure? That's a snuggie."
Right.
And maybe that mosaic just sucks up yarn, and maybe it doesn't end up the size of a queen size bed, but
yeah,
it sounds like it would.
Would it be almost double thickness because of the slipping of the stitches?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I haven't done any mosaic.
I started one.
Oops,
sorry. Earthquake. That's funny. We're dorks.
We are. Okay, so that's Be Freebie.
That's Be Freebies. Yay! That was a good one. I like the theme. That was good.
Yeah, it was. Hour and 14.
Oh,
So with the other segment, that's an hour and a half.
That's not bad considering it's been a month.
Right?
And I had 10,000 trophies.
It helps I didn't have any FOs.
So I don't have a wool gathering this week, but I do want to say, in place of a wool gathering, we are going to post an Ask Us Anything thread on our Ravelry group, and you can also do it
on Instagram.
or below this video here on YouTube.
However you want to reach out to us.
Ask us anything.
That's fine. Yeah. I feel like we've shared everything there is to share, but
ask us anything. But you know,
if there's something you've been curious
about. If you need a reminder that you had a question for us, here it is. Ask us. So anyway, we thought that could be just a fun, you know, and we'll pick one every once in a while, and it could be a fun. I just like conversation starters. So ask us here or ask us on Ravelry or really anywhere, but you know, whatever's easier for you.
Yeah.
So I will open that thread by the time this episode has dropped.
And our knit along for Italic. Are we doing a prize for that?
Yes,
okay.
But it's not. We haven't
figured it out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I was trying to remember. I'm like, I don't remember what it's going to be.
What? But it's going to be a while. Like, we're going to give you plenty of time.
Right. Because it is big yardage.
It'll be a few months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll show you the prize when we figure it out.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Thank you for putting up with all the kid noise and kid interruptions. They're precious, but
for the most part, they're doing well.
They're not bad. It's not bad, but it just kills me. They're like, oh, totally forgot, like, why were we here?
Right. I thought we were just here to play. Okay, now they get to go jump on the trampoline.
Yes. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
And don't forget to slay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Okay, guys, can y'all be quiet?
Let me minimize it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I'm like,
that'd be one way to not look at ourselves.
Yeah, right? Looks like we just went
right.
like blue powder.
Yeah, it was just going to evaporate.
Okay. Whenever y'all are ready to be quiet.
9:24.
Yeah, it was up like to 9:27 and then it went down.
Oh, really?
We pissed off 3 people.
And we didn't even record.
We're that good. Okay. I have to literally write down and say our names. That's how bad it's gotten. That's how bad it's gotten. Okay. How's it start? Hi, I'm Sally.
And I'm Ellen.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.